is WZRD Chicago 88.3 FM. Larry, can you hear me?
Yes. How you doing, Miss Wizard?
Okay. We have with us at Wizard via Zoom, Larry the Lyrical, also Larry Gardner, but of course his stage name is Larry the Lyrical. How are you today, Larry?
I'm doing excellent. I'm fine. How are you?
Pretty good, thank you. Well, you've been very busy even throughout the pandemic, and but let's explore a little bit your creative spark. As we were, our show today has been reflecting on simplicity. So, of course, everything begins simply. So, when did you first discover that you wanted to become a performer, and what did you perform?
Wow. Well, I first got the spark to wanting to perform or be a recording performing artist 2005. It was my sophomore year of high school, and I had like just gotten out of that summer transition from freshman to sophomore. Had a lot of things happen. Lost my grandfather within the same thing. So
Oh,
I just wanted to find a voice, some way to outlet anger and stress. So I turned to music, and then you know it just kind of grew from there. First song I ever performed though, like it was it's called Complicated. First song I ever performed was kind of a Teddy Pendergrass beat behind it, but it's more like, the start of me. So yeah, that was the first song I ever performed, Complicated.
from simple today to complicated. Uh,
Yeah,
what what was the venue? Where did you perform? Complicated.
very first venue ever was called the Red Line Tap. It was in Rogers Park, Heartland, Chicago.
Mhm.
It's no longer standing, but that was my first venue ever to perform.
Mhm.
Working with Abby Productions, Addy Productions.
Mhm. Was
So,
that the complicated that you performed at the Red Line Tap?
kind of first
Oh,
song, Red Line Tap. Was when I first started, kind of doing the footwork for my entertainment and production.
mhm.
So I've been doing that for a while.
And that was when you were a freshman or a sophomore in high school,
No, I didn't
college,
start. Yeah, I didn't start performing until I got to college. But
college.
yeah, all through my college or high school career, I was just kind of, formulating and brushing up on the art of lyricism.
Mhm. Did you have a mentor or a favorite teacher that inspired you to poetry and expression?
I've been a published poet since 13, so my love for poetry, the word formulating, and you know, uh, just being able to build the right sentence has already always been inside me. But uh, as for having somebody that actually helped me, it was my cousin who
Oh,
taught me on the recording side. He's a recording artist as well. Hot Ones, the name Hot Ones or Maurice.
mhm,
He kind of helped me start physically recording.
mhm,
But the love for, like I said, making music and poetry has always been in me. Just learning from different, uh, you know, past artists. Some of the greats I've just taken a little bit of from, Tupac, Biggie. Just being able to speak and deliver my art has always
mhm,
been with me. But the whole as a whole, I would say the person who helped me with that the most is my cousin. Yeah.
Mm. Well, but at least there are two artists in your family, so that's a very musical family.
Well, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, we come from a long line of movers and shakers.
What is your best inspiration when you write a song?
Best inspiration is life. I'm gonna be honest. It takes a while for me to actually create a song, but like a verse or something like that, just a couple of hours, but a song to make it actually flow, be verbally fluid and more captivating. It takes some time.
Well,
So maybe,
mm, well, you
so
got
maybe
your,
like,
yeah, go ahead.
yeah, so maybe like a day or two. Like, but if I'm really into what I'm saying, probably a week.
Hmm.
A great song.
Well, thanks for that. Well, you got your first break at the Red Line Tap. So how did you break in? How did you get that break?
Uh, well, in college, as I was, kind of learning the production side of entertainment, I started reaching out to different sources, secondary, third party sources, and Abbey Productions was the first one that I kind of connected with. They were basically an entertainment hub that takes independent artists and they put them in the right venue or the right event.
Uh-huh.
And I'm actually still with them. So I've been with them for about 10 years now. So, you know, just net the foot traffic is what really got me on to the venues or the red line tab, just being able to find those right people, the right network and the right sources to go ahead and outlet my music and myself, my production too. So yeah, Abbey Productions.
Mhm. So by foot traffic, you also mean networking then. That's about the same, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Mm.
ma'am. I got my start with production in college. So that was Central State University. So I started the groundwork there. But then once it got close to me being able to graduate and all that, I had to kind of reformulate myself as I returned back to Chicago. So I had to redo that foot traffic. So I was hitting up every type of event that I could, networking with the right artists, the right people, the right producers, the right promoters. So it took some time.
Hmm. It sure does. You, uh, when you when you were networking, did you find that did you how important were your fraternity brothers? Because you have mentioned before that you were in a fraternity. So, and also, what was your major? Was did that connect you with what you wanted to do?
Yes, actually, I'm part of Iota Phi Theta Fraternity Incorporated.
Mhm.
Uh, been with them. I crossed in 2008. So the network with my brothers, yeah, that's still well and alive today. Like being able to reach the college crowd because you live that life and you kind of understand, you can relate. Uh, is helpful, especially when it comes to entertainment. So me outletting out or using my fraternity as resources to network, yes, that is very well and alive and still
Mhm.
going today. I'm trying to connect with a few of my fraternity brothers there at NEIU uh, because it's kind of time. I want to see them thrive there as well
Mhm.
because I come from a very very tight knit brotherhood. So we just wanted to make sure. I just want to make sure I'm doing my part, not only entertainment wise, but as a brother as well.
Mhm. And what was your major?
Major, I graduated with a bachelor's degree in business administration,
Mhm.
concentration in management.
Concentration in what?
Management.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, so
awesome.
it's a business, yeah, a business degree.
Mm-hmm. So it did help you because you've done a lot with that.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you going to become a recording artist? Have you recorded already?
Yes, I am a recording artist. I'm a full circle entertainer. Um, I've recorded. I maybe have well over 80 some odd songs in my repertoire.
Mhm.
Uh, 3 albums out plus a promotional album, uh, as well as a few music videos. So just
Mhm.
been kind of yeah, just been kind of hustling up, doing uh what I need to do
Mhm.
as an artist.
Well, if you can, maybe if there is some profanity, you could maybe edit a track or two, or you could send it to us, and then one of our wizards might be able to help edit the track so that we love to play some of your music on the air.
Of course, of course. I'll be more than happy to send you some today. I just, like I said, I've been getting my stuff electronically together, trying to update and formulate. So yeah, no worries. I'll be able to send you that ASAP.
Okay, okay. Mhm. How did you get a show at Safari Lounge and Ethiopian Cuisine?
I've been with Safari Lounge going on for 6 years. Uh, Started in 2015 working. I had just kind of resolved another relationship at another venue, and one of my close Venezuelan entertainer friends, he had a spot at Safari Lounge. He called me down, hey, I got a spot, maybe you can do a show here or two, huh? So
Mhm.
kind of just built from there. So just past networks ended up, resurfacing, and I ended up having the right opportunity presented to me.
Mhm. You call your show Show Out Sundays because it always happens on Sundays, right?
Yes, ma'am. And we show out. It's a performance event. We bring different artists from different all walks of life, different places. Um, it's basically a hub or a platform for independent artists by independent artists to be able to come together and actually network and put on a great show. Like it's more of like how hip hop started back in the day, where little places would pop up, or clubs or events would pop up, catered to the genre or the vibe, if you will. And that's what I do for Show Out Sundays. It's more of a place where people can brush up on their artistry, but as well be able to come together collectively and network, or present opportunities to one another. It's great. It's a great feeling. It's a great vibe.
Mhm. So have you met a lot of new artists at your venue?
Yes, I have quite the collection of new artists this year. Uh, More local artists, well, Chicago artists, but still, that's a great thing for me because what I'm trying to do with my network, the Let It Play movement, is build and create that safe haven, that network of independent artists collectively, so we can all build and uh, become one. Because Chicago, entertainment wise, is kind of ruthless. A lot of people don't network or connect right. Uh, so that's what I'm doing. My
Mhm.
whole thing is just creating that space.
Do you end up in other venues as well? Do your new artists invite you to other venues where you perform?
Yes, yes, and that's the idea of it. Like, yeah, tell me where you're at, and I'll come support, and we can do this together. Yes, yes. There are quite a few venues that I'm looking into now to start something and build on. So can't wait.
Mhm. Good for you. If artists want to perform at Show Out Sundays, how do they contact you?
Facebook, via Facebook, Instagram. I'm on Eventbrite. You can either Google me as well, like directly. All my information is public, so I do offer that. I reach out to many different artists if they come across my path or their information crosses my path. I reach out as best as possible because, like I said, just we're creating that vibe, that like let's network, let's create. I'm building kind of a round table of like-minded artists.
And you also mentioned that you want to create a safe space. So, what is your safe space compared with an unsafe space?
Well, just pandemic, everything going on, and there's still like high volume of unrest, unease. So what I do is for my show out Sundays or even my slam open mic virtual sessions is just create a platform or, like I said, kind of a void to where people can come and just enjoy themselves. You don't have to make anything, big. Big. You have to show out unless you're on the stage. So is it's creating a kind of a breath of fresh air for people to just want to come and see something different or vibe differently, more peacefully, more in tune with being positive, building positivity.
Mhm. How did you keep your art alive during the pandemic?
Whew, it's tough, but staying creative as possible, staying as diligent in presenting my art in many different ways as possible, making myself known and visible. All of my networks have something different that it's either posted or I'm doing. I'm never in one space. I keep it rolling because the more I'm here, the more I'm there, the better the idea of Larry the Lyrical.
Oh, and also when people want to find you, do they look for Larry the Lyrical or Larry Gardner?
Larry the Lyrical.
Okay.
Yeah. If you want to look for me, all you gotta do is Google Larry the Lyrical, or you can check out Eventbrite, or just follow the movement hashtag Let It Play hashtag Latale, spelled the same way, Latly. Like there's a lot going on in the backyard of Chicago that I'm a part of, and just want to bring it to the light.
When you during the pandemic, were you able to, even though there was a lot of social distancing and no meeting in person, but were you able to increase your network of contacts even during the pandemic?
Yes, actually, and I am so happy I was able to connect with um, NEIU, Slam Open Mic Poetry Club. I've been with them for years, but uh, the revision due to the pandemic and staying relevant and up to date, I'm doing that with the virtual sessions with NEIU's Slam Open Mic. Uh, Show Out Sundays has become more prevalent now as well. Different, each and every show is a different vibe and it's ran differently with different artists, different setting. I also just got back in network with Zany's Comedy Club, Rosemont. But the Zany's network, I've always been a kind of a part of, but I just reconnected a few months ago, so now I have that network back with me. Just trying to rebuild those connections and relationships with those artists, those comedians, especially coming out of the pandemic. Um, it's become more of a thing now because we want to grow. So that I'm happy with. By the way, Zany's Comedy Club Rosemont is open to full capacity now. So come check out a show. They're open, I believe, Tuesdays through Saturdays. We just actually had a great show last night. Louis C.K. was there, um, performing, packed house, both shows. So really find out what's going on in your own backyard. Like life is coming back slowly, but just stay in tune.
Zany's Comedy Club also does music then, right?
Now and then they have a few entertainers that they bring on to a set or anything, but nothing music based. It's
Mhm,
just it's more like I said, network entertainment. So
mhm.
they'll have maybe a comedian, then they'll have a performing artist, and then another comedian, so forth and so on.
Have you ever done comedy, Larry?
I've divvied and dabbled. I'm actually like I said, a all around entertainer. I do some comedy, not too much to take away from my artistry as being a hip hop artist, but yes, I do. I dabble and dabble in not only that but acting as well.
What do you have any um, roles that you played? What series have you been in? Some TV series? Could you share a little bit of that?
Yes, more independent uh films or platforms. I was a hitman, if you will, on a TV show. It was an independent network called Rise. That was in 2017. There might be some footage out still. I need to go ahead and post that. But yes, Rise. And then I'm
Okay.
actually working on another independent film. Can't disclose the title yet, but yeah, just be on the lookout. Larry the Lyrical will be hitting not only the stages but big screens.
Well, let's do a little wizard community assessment because the last time we did it, of course you gave us the answers, but a lot has happened since then and now. Uh,
Yeah.
mhm. And Wizard Chicago, being a nonprofit radio station, must be responsible to the community we serve. WZRD is mandated to file quarterly issues with the FCC on non-entertainment community-focused programming. And we like to assess the community for these quarterly issue topics with 3 questions. First of all, what is most important to you?
Resources. Being able to have resources available to those who can acquire and those who can acquire. Um, you know, where we are, the world is changing economically. Many different powers to be are being switched or moved around, but the focus is the people. And I believe the more resources given to the people, the better the economy, the better life. So yeah, just resources, more available resources. That's more the most important.
This is WZRD Chicago 88.3 FM, and we have with us for an interview Larry the Lyrical. Larry?
Hello, hello.
Okay. The second question of our community assessment is, what long-term problem must we address?
Ooh. um, wow, that's piggybacking off of resources to me. But available, I would say long term is health care. Healthcare. Like when I say available resources, they piggybacks often to healthcare because the more available resources we have, uh the more people feel comfortable enough to get out there and do something not only for themselves but each other. Uh so having healthcare, especially during now the pandemic, everything going crazy. healthcare is good. Like people need to stay brushed up on, their health, their well-being. So I'll say yes, healthcare.
When you answer the first question about what's most important to you, resources, do you want to explain like what type of resources? Like what is the what do they cover? Just approximately.
Yes, jobs, more available jobs, uh, more more food, more organic. I wouldn't say too well. Yeah, organic. I want to say organic because there's a lot of processing going on. A lot of stuff is being overly done, overstocked, and like just bundled. You know, um, so food, jobs. Excuse me. Um, yeah, food and jobs really, and being able to re-jump and restart the economy.
Mhm. The third question is, what problem must we address now?
Whew. Mm, Problem we must address now is just unity, 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 unity amongst the people, unity amongst government, unity amongst the people in government, unity amongst police and people, and just being able to find some type of common ground. So, um, I don't know how much I can elaborate into that. Like common ground is a big thing to me. Being able to be relatable is a big thing. Being able to actually have conversations without debates or arguments. Excuse me. Debating is good. Arguments. Being able to have a conversation without arguing. Being able to, come to an agreement. Being able to be together. That's what finding common ground. That's what needs to really be addressed these days, to me.
And do you address that in your poetry, in your art, in your songs?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, I do. I reflect everything basically that I've experienced in life, both personally and secondary. Um, I do tell other people's stories, not too much though, like because the way I formulate that is to being able to talk about a situation that I was either a part of or kind of the outlet of. So reflecting on issues, many different issues, both political, economic, and personal. I do that. I connect on all bases. I try to make my music, my art as relatable as possible, uh, but not too dumbed down, if that makes sense.
Mhm, of course.
Yeah.
Actually, simple sometimes is not easy. It has to be solid.
Yes. Yes. Being simplistic is okay because it's more spoon fed. It's easier to take down, but a lot of the time it's not truly effective. It's effective, but not to the purest degree. So I like sometimes being forthgoing.
Mhm. Well, Larry, are there any other announcements that you would like to make?
Yeah, so we're back with Show Out Sundays. The next show uh, for this month will be July 25th. It is called the Perfection is Key Concert and Performance Contest. So we're calling all artists to the Show Out Sunday stage, July 25th. I will be there. Your MC guiding the boat. Then we have our host, Ms. Brinks, Izzy Brinks. Then we have our closer, uh, the group called Perfect Music Entertainment, and then Orlando Coolidge. They are my headliners, if you will, for that show. But it is a contest as well, performance contest. So we're calling all performing artists to the stage. It's $100 grand prize plus a 3-month artist agreement to perform as a headliner for Show Out Sundays. So it's a good network. It's a good move. It's going to be a great night. We've had many different artists from Chicago come. One of my best shows I've had so far was the last one that we had in June. We had Remedy. I don't know a lot of people. I don't know if a lot of people remember, but Remedy is a group who got their start just singing in the subways of Chicago and got big. So I thank my team for that. But now this one is more of a family vibe, more of a we're reaching out to all artists type vibe to come and enjoy and have fun, not only doing your craft, but with people who enjoy doing just as much as their craft as you. So,
Is this the first time you held a contest?
uh, yeah, actually, this is the first contest we've had in a while for any type of event. So yes, this is the first contest that we're having via performance wise.
Mhm. And venue will be Safari Cuisine, Safari Lounge, right? And you could give the listeners the address as well.
Yes, that's Safari Lounge in Rogers Park, Illinois, 7124 North Clark Street, Chicago, Illinois 60626. It is a great establishment. Uh, it's a black owned establishment as well. Uh, very they've been around for a while. The community is taking to them. So uh, for me to even have the opportunity or the slot that I have to do these shows, it's amazing to me. And guys got to come out and check it out. It's a different vibe each and every time. It's a real cool night. It's nothing too rowdy, um, depending on the vibe that night.
Mhm.
But it's a great time to come out, enjoy some good local live music, have some great drinks, food, and great fun.
And the time? What time?
We're always doing show out Sundays, every last Sunday of the month. Again, you can check that out on Google or Eventbrite. But it's every last Sunday of the month. This show will be July 25th, the last Sunday of the month, 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. Uh, the show, the actual concert, won't start until about 10:30, and then the contest, the performance contest, starts at 8 p.m. Sign up for that is 6 p.m. to 9:30 p.m.
Hmm. Well, Larry the Lyrical, thank you so much for joining us at WZRD today. Wish you the best of luck and thanks for all your good work.
Thank you. I'm glad to be back. WZRD is a home to me or has been home for me for a while. So I'm glad to have another interview. Can't wait to have more in the future.
Thank you so much. Have a great day, Larry.
So,
Thank you.
thank you.